Hey, why don't you tell us a little bit about your days of power? That's you said your dad didn't want you playing basketball.
Right,
You were a baseball player,
right. And
right?
yeah, power was the best thing that happened to me. I had brother Jensen, one of the five greatest human beings I've ever met in my life to this day, period. I actually had him for algebra in ninth grade. And I mean, just an incredible man, brilliantly educated, a Latin and Greek scholar. I kind of heard all of that through power and heard a lot more years later. Stayed in touch with him after high school. Just such a help to me in my life. But the first week at Power, room 606, homeroom, I would always sit by the door. If it was first seat, first row, last seat, first row, I was just by the door because I did all my work. I was a good student, but I just went and and I wanted to get out when class was over. And the first week of algebra, he knew that I knew algebra. And the reason I knew algebra was because in eighth grade at a private school, well, they called me the poor kid, by the way. In eighth grade, I took algebra. So when I went to Power, I had a big leg up. And in the first week, Brother Jensen knew there was something. So he called me in after class and I told him the story. And this is how great Brother Jensen is. You'll hear a lot of basketball stories and they're all fantastic. Brother Jensen said, well, I'm going to teach you intermediate algebra on your lunch hour because your lunch hour is my lunch hour. And I'm going to teach you 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm going to teach you 11th grade algebra. And that's what he did. It was just, think of the time for one 98-pound freshman. We'll get into that later. 98-pound freshman, 98-pound weakling. But he took me under his wing. He was so helpful to me. And I'll never forget that. So